In this video, we will continue our exploration of clustering analysis by introducing a more advanced and powerful technique known as word embedding. Word embedding is a method used in natural language processing, NLP, to convert words into numerical vectors, capturing not only the meaning of each word but also the relationships between words in a high-dimensional space. Unlike traditional bag-of-words models that treat each word as independent, word embeddings allow us to understand the context of a word based on its surrounding words. Techniques like word-to-vec, glove, and fast text generate these embeddings by analyzing large text corpora and mapping similar words to nearby points in vector space. This results in models that can recognize that king is related to queen in the same way that man is related to woman, for example. Clustering analysis can be a powerful tool in literature reviews, enabling researchers to group similar studies and synthesize research findings more effectively. By identifying patterns and themes across a body of literature, clustering helps highlight key areas of consensus and divergence. This approach is also widely applicable to other analytic tasks, including qualitative data analysis, categorization of open-ended survey responses, and sentiment or topic analysis of e-commerce customer comments. In each case, clustering facilitates the organization of large volumes of unstructured text, making it easier to extract meaningful insights. This slide outlines the analytic flow for this module. In addition to using word embedding, it is called as document embedding in orange. Sentiment analysis will also be applied. The technique will provide us additional information to highlight interesting articles based on emotional tone within the same cluster. Similar to the previous module, in the File widget, double-click the File widget to open its settings. Click the folder icon to select the file you extracted from either the Web of Science or Scopus database. Of course, you are welcome to adjust your search for this assignment. Please note that the Web of Science exports data in XLS format, while Scopus exports data in CSV format. Both formats are compatible with Orange, so you only need to select the file you want to import. Orange will automatically detect the file type. In the screenshot, you can see that my data file has been successfully imported into Orange with 4 columns: ID, publication year, article title, and abstract. Connect the Corpus widget with the File widget. Because we will group articles by abstract similarity, drag abstract under used text features and article title to the ignored text features. Add the pre-processed text widget to your analytic flow. Keep the same settings as the previous module. Add document embedding widget the analytic flow. As mentioned earlier, word embedding is a method used in natural language processing, NLP, to convert words into numerical vectors, capturing not only the meaning of each word, but also the relationships between words in a high-dimensional space. Unlike traditional bag-of-words models that treat each word as independent, word embeddings allow us to understand the context of a word based on its surrounding words. Please note that more advanced approach usually can generate better results, but not always. For example, if you want to simply classify articles by specific key terms only without considering more detailed context, then word of bag should generate better results than embedding. Word embedding is a widely used method for converting text into numerical representations suitable for modeling, including in large language models, LLMs. It's important to note that each LLM uses its own encoding approach, which is not compatible across models developed by different companies. For example, ChatGPT uses 2 main word embedding models, a smaller one with 1,536 dimensions and a larger one with 3,072 dimensions. This means each word is represented by thousands of variables that capture various semantic and contextual features. The high dimensionality enables the model to understand language more deeply, but it also explains why LLMs require high-end hardware, because the computations involve processing extremely large volumes of data. In natural language processing, NLP, each word, sentence, or document is typically transformed into a high-dimensional vector using techniques such as word-to-vec, glove, BERT, or ChatGPT embeddings. These embeddings often contain hundreds or even thousands of dimensions, making direct visualization and interpretation extremely challenging. To address this, we integrate the T-SYNE, T-distributed stochastic neighbor embedding widget into the analytic pipeline. T-SYNE is a nonlinear dimensionality reduction technique that enables users to project high-dimensional embeddings into 2D or 3D space, where the structure and relationships among data points become visually interpretable. Although T-SYNE is not a clustering or classification algorithm, it is particularly powerful for visualizing clusters, semantic similarities, and potential outliers. It complements other analytical methods, such as document embedding and sentiment analysis, by helping researchers understand the distribution and grouping of documents based on semantic content. In the screenshot, the workflow includes a PCA widget that reduces the dimensionality of the embeddings to 10 components, which are then passed to the T-SYNE widget. This preprocessing step helps reduce noise and speeds up computation. You are encouraged to experiment with different numbers of PCA components, e.g., 5, 10, or 20, to evaluate how they affect the clarity and separation of clusters in the T-SYNE output. It's important to note that T-SYNE is not a deterministic or purely objective method. Its visualizations depend on parameter settings, e.g., perplexity, learning rate, and user interpretation. As such, there is no single correct answer. Instead, users rely on judgment and domain knowledge to evaluate the quality and usefulness of the visualizations. Add the annotated corpus map to the analytic flow and assign the widget to generate 8 clusters. If you're interested in knowing more about machine learning, I would recommend you to take my other machine learning course, which focuses on analyzing educational data, such as learning behaviors performed on the learning management system. In that course, I explain more about these analytic methods and how to optimize the results. However, in this course, I will keep these parts brief because text analytics serve as tools to support your understanding and organization of literature. For each cluster, the system automatically identifies the most representative keywords, those that appear frequently and distinctively within the documents in that group. These keywords serve as a summary or label for the cluster, helping users quickly grasp the main topics or themes. You can try adjusting the number of generated clusters to see whether the annotated corpus map can produce better or more meaningful results based on your domain knowledge in the research area. In the annotated corpus map, you can select one of the clusters for further interpretation. In the screenshot, I selected all articles in the cluster labeled with inquiry tools as a keyword by holding Shift and clicking to select all documents within that cluster. Add Data Table or Corpus Viewer widget to the analytic flow. Both allows you to check individual articles within the selected cluster. Add Sentiment Analysis to the analytic flow and select Vader as the sentiment analysis method. For more information about the different methods available, you can click the question mark icon in the widget to access more detailed documentation. Feel free to post your questions on the discussion board if you need further clarification or would like to share your insights with others. You can check the results by adding a data table after sentiment analysis. Scroll to the right using the horizontal scroll bar. You'll notice that the dataset is encoded with 300 dimensions for this text analytics task. Although this is much smaller than ChatGPT's 1,536-dimensional embedding model, it still involves a highly complex computational process behind the scenes. For sentiment analysis, pay special attention to the following 4 columns. Positive indicates the degree of positive sentiment detected in the text. A higher value suggests a stronger presence of positive language or tone. Negative reflects the extent of negative sentiment in the text. Higher values imply that the content contains more negative expressions or emotional cues. Neutral captures the proportion of the text that is considered neutral, neither strongly positive nor negative. Compound represents the overall sentiment score, calculated by combining the positive, negative, and neutral scores into a single value. The score ranges from -1, most negative, to +1, most positive, with values near 0 indicating neutral or mixed sentiment. Most academic abstracts tend to exhibit a high ratio of positive or neutral tones. Therefore, you may want to pay closer attention to articles with compound scores below 0.5, especially those with negative values. These articles may stand out from the majority and could offer unique insights or different results that are worth further examination. Connect the Save Data widget to your analytic flow. Save the file as XLSX format, so you can view the results in Excel. This concludes the tutorial video. If you have any further questions, feel free to post them on the discussion board.